time is 4 o'clock. Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order, please. Roll call.
Mayor Ambrosio Hernandez,
Present.
Commissioner Lazaro Guajardo, Commissioner Bobby Carrillo,
Here.
Commissioner Ramiro Caballero,
Present.
Commissioner Daniel Chavez,
Here.
Commissioner Ricardo Medina, and Commissioner Isa Flores. We have a quorum, and we need to excuse both absent members.
Okay. Do a motion?
Motion to excuse.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. They are excused.
Luis, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation?
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us pray. God, bless the work week ahead. May its challenges not overwhelm us, circumstances not discourage us, and in all things may we remember you are with us in our journeying. Your love, our fuel, your word, our guide, today and always. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Luis. Hilda, do we have anybody registered for public testimony?
And who's here for the proclamation?
Oh, I'm sorry, proclamation, forgot.
Sorry.
We got
Anybody
Mr.
here?
Williams, yeah, for,
Mr. Williams is here?
Albert.
You want to come up to the podium, sir? You can introduce yourself and
Good afternoon, Mayor. I'm Alan Williams. Afternoon, City Commissioners. I'm here kind of on behalf of Bill Green and the Tree City USA proclamation I believe that y'all are going to
Yes, sir.
read. If you'd like me to speak just a little bit about it.
sure.
I do serve on the City Pharr Parks and Rec. I am a big advocate of trees, all trees, and I do think it's very easy for us to undervalue the worth of a tree. I know we as, or you all as the mayor, the city commissioners talk about the quality of life. I see the number of trees, the health of trees, the diversity of trees directly related to the quality of life. And I appreciate y'all's willingness and cooperation in taking on the Tree City USA again. I believe there are 4 main criteria. I think one of the biggest ones is a minimum of a $2 per capita budgeted investment towards the tree care and maintenance per year. There is the board that is to oversee Tree City USA, which the Parks and Rec has agreed that our board will do that oversight. There is an ordinance that kind of oversees the implementation and policy of the tree care and tree management. And then there is a celebration in the form of an Arbor Day. I would like to push it further than just one celebration in the form of an Arbor Day. This last week, we had approximately maybe 400 fifth graders, 100 high schoolers that went out to Sal de Rey with U.S. Fish and Wildlife and planted over 2,500 trees on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Actually, I take that back. It was a little bit less than that. And then Saturday was a public planting in which they planted about 10,000 native trees in one day on a 15-acre tract. So I would like to look at our new city school parks and have some Rio Forestation days where we are taking students from various schools, city staff, and going out and planting more trees at our new city school parks.
Okay.
So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Bill Green was not able to be here today. He is our kind of urban forester that got this going. And I would like to thank the spirit of Dr. Fletcher for always being on top of us in the city and bringing awareness to the value of trees.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments, and thank you for bringing up Dr. Fletcher, because you're right. He absolutely was an icon here. Continues to be. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whereas Arbor Day has been on occasion for recognizing the value of trees and woodlands to human welfare since 1872, and whereas the city of Pharr recognizes the value of trees as they contribute to our environment by cleaning the air, moderating the temperature, reducing heating and cooling costs, and provides wildlife habitat. And whereas the city of Pharr has a tradition of supporting and encouraging the planting, care, and health of trees throughout the community, and whereas trees in the city of Pharr increase city property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees give us oxygen to help us breathe, and since they are so important to us, we give them carbon dioxide so they can breathe. And whereas all residents are urged to support the efforts to protect our trees and woodlands, and plant trees to promote the well-being of this and future generations. Now therefore I, Ambrosio Hernandez, Mayor of the City of Pharr, Texas, by virtue of the authority vested in me and on behalf of the City Commission, do hereby proclaim November 2nd, 2019 as Arbor Day. Since winters were up, I hereby to send my hand and cause the seal of the City of Pharr to be affixed on this 21st day of October 2019. I'm gonna give this to him.
And if I may add one other comment,
Yes.
a compliment to the city. Fazoli's, fast food Italian. This is a great example of what happens when the city comes in and say, hey, developer, we do value our trees. We value the trees that are there and encourage them to do what they can to save those trees. And I think, and I must say, it's in stark contrast to what happened directly across the street from the police station, where there was a lot with probably 50-year-old trees in there, and the developer goes in thinking that they are going to be able to sell it at a quicker rate and has no regard for the trees that were out there. And I think we can all kind of sense that as we drive by it. But my compliments to you all as a city for being leaders with Fazoli's. And I would like to see more of that.
Sure.
Thank you.
So what he's referring to is when we built out Fazoli, we mandated that they keep the trees, all the trees, where the top golf is and stuff. So that's why there's so much greenery there. And the developer, the private developer, took down all that land, their property, and that's what they did. So that's what you're referring to. Alan, are you gonna give this to?
Oh, yes.
With us today also we have Pete Alvarez. He's the engineer for District 9 for, did I say it right? 9? I always get it wrong. Yes, 21 for TxDOT. He's here today because he's in charge of the entire project of this district, specifically for the Rio Grande Valley MPO now. He's looking at obviously modernizing the 2-to-1 exchange that everybody hates. Recently we were up in Austin because he's in charge of making sure it gets under certain budget, certain time frame, with all the needs of the population, and noticed some issues that he corrected. And so I invited him today to expand on whatever he found and he corrected, and with his leadership, it's going to move forward now, and hopefully we'll stay on track. So Pete?
Yes, Mayor, Commissioner, staff, thank you for the opportunity to provide an update on the I-2, I-69 interchange here in Pharr. As many of you know, this project started back in 2014. There was a lot of legwork done for an initial investment, if you will, of this regional project. And I do appreciate the City of Pharr, Mayor, and your leadership there with the RGV MPO, talking regionalization, because at the end of the day, we all need to help each other in partnership to deliver these type of projects. I say it started off as a smaller project because initially this was going to be a $150 million interchange project. The focus of construction was basically the direct connectors, the bridges that connect I-2 to I-69. However, in 2017, we looked back at the entire scope of the project, and we realized very quickly that in order for this to be truly a regional type project, we needed to expand the project limits, and we needed to expand the construction. As a result, the project's limit were expanded, not just in the interchange located here in Pharr, but basically from 2nd Street in McAllen all the way to 2557 in San Juan and north all the way to Nolana. By doing this, we believe we will provide better overall transportation and traffic operational improvements in order to facilitate the movement of people and goods in a much safer manner. In case you didn't know, we have the proposed project. It has 2-lane direct connectors. What does that mean? So instead of 1-lane bridges, we're going to have 2-lane bridges. That will basically double the capacity of this interchange here in Pharr. We're very excited about this project. We appreciate the support of our local leaders, our state legislature, for being able to expand the project. Instead of $150 million, Now it's 320 million, the biggest project ever led in the valley. And how is that important to the city of Pharr, to Hidalgo County, and really to the entire RGV? It's going to facilitate the movement of people and goods. Here in Pharr, obviously with a port of entry, we have one of the biggest ports in the land ports in the nation. And so we wanted to ensure that east-west and north-south movements were improved. The project consists of adding on and off ramps throughout the cities of McAllen, Pharr, and San Juan, and also going north all the way to Nolana. When we developed the schematics, we felt that the access to and from the interchange also needed to be improved. So we've added various ramps and on and off ramps, in some cases braided ramps. And what that means is at the same location, instead of just having one ramp at ground level, we could have a ramp that goes over it to allow on and off at the same time. I hope I did a decent job of explaining that, not being too technical here. After the project went through the development process and what have you, the contract was awarded to Dragados Pulis Joint Venture on August the 22nd of this year. And a notice to proceed was executed on September 30th, just last month. So the contractor is knee-deep right now in design. They'll be designing for the next 6 months or so, the initial phases of construction. And we anticipate construction to begin in the April-May 2020 timeframe. Construction is going to last approximately 3 years. We are looking at opportunities to help expedite the construction, if we will, to minimize the overall delays that's associated when we have construction type projects. And yes, there's going to be delays. I'm not going to shy away from that. We are going to have to reduce the main lanes from 3 lanes in each direction today to 2 lanes in each direction in order to enable us to reconstruct and add the new bridge structures that are forthcoming. But like I said, we will do our very best to try and expedite the construction. We will work closely with our PIO to inform the community of Pharr and the rest of the valley as to status of the project, as well as construction timelines, when we're going to close it down at night, things of that nature. I want to take it a step back. Here recently, we have heard some concerns by some of the commissioners and some of the city staff regarding access to the city of Pharr. Namely, the request to add additional off-ramp, or off-ramps, I should say, not only to I-2, but also to I-69C. And those requests came in, the request to add turnarounds there at Sugar Road. Turnarounds being basically the Texas turnaround that we refer to. As you come up to an intersection, you go around, you turn around, and go the opposite direction. And so here recently, we took those concerns very seriously. The mayor and I were up in Austin last Thursday, I believe it was, yes, Thursday. And we met with the chief engineer for the Department of Transportation, Mr. Bill Hale. He's my immediate supervisor, mayor, myself, and a couple other members were there to discuss what could be done. And so your concerns were taken very seriously. We at TxDOT will be working together with the city of Pharr to identify any opportunities that we have to potentially add a braided ramp. That would be an off-ramp westbound direction on I-2, an off-ramp to Jackson Road, Central Mall area that some of us that have been here a while still remember Central Mall, right? And so it's an off-ramp to Jackson Road and also the turnarounds at Sugar Road.
Correct.
We're gonna be evaluating that. In the meeting last week, it was very clear to the three of us that are at the end of the day decision makers that we could not compromise in any way, shape, or form the current project. And so what we mean by that is we want to ensure that the project continues to be designed and ultimately start construction in the April-May timeframe of 2020. Yes, I'm repeating myself to make sure everybody understands. April 2020 or so, we're going to start a 3-year project. And so we'll be in construction for 3 years. We all agreed that we could not compromise in any way, shape, and form delaying the current project. And so what we looked at as an opportunity is basically to identify what we could do. And then either in a form of a change order at a later date where we can introduce this braided ramp and turnarounds, and or the opportunity to develop a separate project in itself. That way this project can be done and completed, and then shortly thereafter introducing the braided ramp and the turnarounds.
So that's where we're at today. We anticipate over the next several months to be doing engineering analysis to understand not only the initial effect, but there's always a secondary effect, right? The secondary consequence, if you will, of making these type of changes. So we will be evaluating those over the next several months and provide some opportunities, if you will, for options to be considered by the city of Pharr and really the RGV and PO. At the end of the day, this is a regional project. So with that, Mayor, I will pause for any questions that you or the staff may have.
So thank you for coming today, and he's being a little modest. We identified these issues that we somehow got overlooked. So when he brought it to our attention, I said, well, let's go solve this. But because the contract had been awarded, in a nutshell, we need to go talk to the boss. So that's where we went to Austin. And in less than 30 minutes, he sold it. He said, you know what, this needs to happen. We need the little loops, as I call them, not the Texas turnarounds, the little loops, and the up and over, on and off ramps to make it a complete project because every city, his concern was every city needs to have ramps on and off. And he's right, they do. And so I wanted to make sure people knew that that's the guy responsible, so we wanted to thank him. So, sir, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pete.
Okay.
Any additional questions or comments, commissioners?
IBTC, we're online. We're on target.
Yes, we're moving forward with the IBTC. We're working in a partnership with Hidalgo County RMA on that project, as well as State Highway 365. We're working on that project as well. So we're looking to help improve
Yes,
the
sir.
trade and freight in South Pharr to get them to the interstate.
That's right. Well,
All right.
thank you, sir. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Mayor, at this time, I'm going to take advantage that people are speaking at the podium. I would like to recognize Viviana Morales. Ms. Morales is a 16-year-old who represented our state of Texas as Miss Teen USA Belleza Internacional and won. She then advanced to the international pageant held in the Dominican Republic from September 9th through September 15th to represent the USA. She was crowned on September 14th Miss Teen Belleza Internacional. She was attending Pharr Oratory, and she is now homeschooled. Ms. Morales is a resident of Pharr, and she's here today.
Very nice. Well, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
You can say some commentary if you like.
Okay, yes. Well, thank you so much for having me today. This was an unforgettable experience because I was able to meet girls from other countries, and this was honestly an experience that I will never forget and something that I want to live again. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. We were all very proud. I'm sure
Thank
they
you
are.
so much.
Yes. Yeah. So you're attending the oratory currently?
No, I'm currently homeschooled.
Homeschool.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right. Would you indulge us with a photo with you? Is that okay?
Sure, yes, of
All right,
course.
You want to come up here, sweet?
Yes.
Thanks, sweetie. You have a good day. Thank you, ma'am.
So she won or won?
All right, moving on to item 3. Hilda, I know I already asked you about public testimony. Nobody signed up. Item 4, public hearing. No public hearing. City manager's reports, a submission of sales tax collection report for October 2019. City of Pharr shows an increase of 14% compared to last October 2018 collections. The city ranked number 9 this month compared to 9 other cities in the valley in sales collections compared to last period. However, it ranked number 1 in collections year to date. Moving on to item 5B, submission of tax collection report for September 2019. Current tax collections as of September 2019 are $18,407,684, or 96.20% collected out of this year's levy. This is 0.04% increase compared to last year. As far as city events, we have plenty. Join the Pharr Memorial Library for their annual haunted house on Thursday, October 24th, and on Friday, October 25th. Admission is free, but tickets are required. Please pick up your tickets ahead of time at the Pharr Memorial Library's Children's Department. For more information, please contact the library at 956-402-4650. On Saturday, October 26th at 7:30 p.m. at Victor Garcia Park, they'll be having a showing of Goosebumps. All agents and families are welcome. On Wednesday, October 30th at 7:30, the Pharr Aquatic Center will be having a Nightmare on First Street. And on Thursday, October 31st at 5:30, the Pharr Police Department will be hosting the Pharr Fall Festival at Lorenzo Garcia Park. The IT department, the city of Pharr has partnered with SCC to provide area high school students with cybersecurity training to increase interest in this field. 2 presentations at 2 facilities will be provided on October 29, 2019. Also, the Regional Center for Public Safety in Pharr will be having the schools that will be targeted is PSJ, Vanguard, and Hidalgo, where 50 students will be attending. The event is from 9 to 11 a.m. The students are from 9th and 10th grade, plus 8 students that are part of the grant, part of a grant cohort. Technology campus at STC in McAllen. The schools that are being invited are Mission, McAllen, Sharyland, La Jolla, and Vanguard, 20 students from each. And also they will be targeting 9th and 10th grade students. The time is from 1 to 3 p.m. That is for the events. Moving on to consent agenda, item 6.
If I may,
Yes.
Yes, Commissioner
Mayor,
Carrillo.
please, just so I can get with, I spoke to Alex, spoke to yourself, just for everybody else to know, with Wiley and Omar. On the 3 major projects that we're gonna be doing, the infrastructure projects that we're doing on the north side, south side, and Central Reservoir,
Yes, sir.
I have communicated with the 3 different high schools, which south side would be southwest, north side would be the Raiders, and I got the T-STEM involved with the reservoir project that we're gonna be doing.
Great.
And I talked to all the principals, they're all excited. We had a meeting with the students during the week, earlier last week, at the end of last week, and the kids were just really, really excited about these projects. And I mean, I was just excited to watch the enthusiasm of the kids so they can really see what it entails. I spoke to several of the engineering teachers, and they said they had never given that opportunity, not even when they were at the university level, to be able to have hands-on on that type of those type of projects. So they were really, really excited. So what I did, I gave them a little bit of homework, and what I want to do is, I know the north side, they wanted Raider Nation Infrastructure Project, so they're going to design their own logo. T-STEM's going to design their own logo and name it, and Southwest is going to do the same. So I told them, so hopefully in our next city meeting, they will be here to present their logos and the names of the projects, and so we can meet several of the different students that are going to be involved in the project.
Very nice.
Okay.
Good job, sir.
Thanks.
T-STEM and Titans? Titans, is that what they are? Right?
T-STEM Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Great.
T-STEM campus right here
Yes,
off
sir.
of, on Pharr.
It's got its Titans and
Yeah.
Javelinas and Raiders.
Yeah,
Got
the
it.
Titans, yeah.
Great. Good job, sir.
All right, moving on to item 6, consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine and not controversial.
Okay, do you have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? I was all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. In accordance with section 551.071 to 551.087 of the Texas Government Code, the Pharr Board of Commissioners hereby gives notice it is convening into executive session to discuss the items listed in the public portion of the meeting agenda, the time now being 4:23. Okay, we're back. The time is 5:48. Leave the first note to the end, right? Right now.
It's 8, no, not the very end.
Well, leave it 'cause the people are gonna probably wanna comment. Yeah, leave it to the last. 'Cause people are gonna comment on the success or whatever.
The game's up to tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday.
Good.
All right, moving on to item 7A, consideration action, if any, on resolution authorizing and approving a tax-exempt loan agreement with Lone Star National Bank for Pharr Natatorium Project and the note associated with such loan and authorizing other matters related thereto. I will say that we are changing to remove tax-exempt to just a loan agreement, and I'm asking for approval on that.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayla, one abstention for financial disclosure, okay?
An extension?
Abstention,
Oh, I
sir.
did hear you.
Item 7B, consideration action on resolution executing an advance funding agreement with TxDOT for the Pharr Comprehensive Pedestrian Safety and Wellness Plan. Staff is recommending approval.
Is this, I'm sorry, is this sidewalks?
This is the sidewalk master plan.
But this is the 3 cities, right? That's still pending.
That's the phase 2 for the sidewalks is still pending the.
Got it.
On the school district, right? That part, oh no, that's
That's
Texas
this
stuff,
one.
ain't it?
Yeah, right. The one I'm asking is the one Commissioner Carrillo's asking about, but that's still not cleared, right? They're still doing the environmental?
What are they waiting on that? Environmentals?
Waiting on the, yeah, for phase 1, we're waiting on the environmental. And
Yes,
we
sir.
can go out for bids. The two, that's the grant we recently received, another 2 million.
Right.
That's still text with the AFA.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've had a couple of the
Yeah, there's confusion.
other
Yeah.
public officials from the other cities have been asking me about it. Have you guys got your money? Are you already, we see you all are doing stuff. I said, I think we're doing that on our own nickel right now, and the grants that we got, right?
The first one.
Yes, sir, so we already have 100% plans, we're waiting on the Tech Stocks environmental, we're not doing it.
Correct.
So takes us to hold up on those other, the Tri-City,
We have
Yeah.
100% plans ready to go to Tech Stocks.
okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Any further discussion? I was all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. What?
Okay, I make a motion
Oh,
to approve.
I'm sorry, I thought you made it. So you got it, Ida? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
All right, moving on to item 7C, consideration action of any on resolution appointing, reappointing 5 regular members and 1 ex officio member to the Tierra del Sol Golf Advisory Board. The term of John Willingham expired on January 23rd, 2019, and the terms of George Gonzalez, Oscar Villagomez, Javier Martinez, and Mario Liscano will expire on November 1st, 2019. They have all expressed interest to continue serving. However, we also did have the former commissioner on the board as an ex officio, so we'll need a commissioner. Mario Bracamontes, since
Oh,
he was the guy listed on the
so we have one vacancy then?
for a commissioner, yeah. So, staff's recommending that we approve the current members. However, I don't know if you want to recommend one of the commissioners,
Does anybody have time to
Ricardo?
serve on that?
Fajardo Medina.
I'm not on that board, am I?
You wanna be on it?
I wasn't.
No.
Because I know another individual who's very active in the golf course and stuff like that. I don't know if one of the guys, Carlos Villegas, who's an avid golfer, and he's been really interested in coming onto that board.
Okay, we have a motion for Carlos Villegas. Do you have a second?
Who are we replacing Villegas for?
Bonnie Bracamonte spot.
But they need to be commissioner.
It's got
Oh.
to be commissioner, yeah.
He's talking about Medina.
So who you replacing then?
I'll put Medina on that board?
He has to be commissioner, unless you wanna be on the board.
I'll be on the board. I'll be on the golf board. Put me on.
Okay, so we need a motion to, number one, ratify the other
The current members?
current members, and then we're adding you in
Yeah.
place of Bracamontes, right? That's, okay, so I'll make that motion. Do you have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 7D, consideration action of any on resolution determining a public necessity to acquire certain real property, given notice of an official determination to acquire real property for public purpose, establishing procedures for the acquisition of market value for the property to be acquired, and directing the city manager or designee to communicate offers to owners for purchase of property, appropriate funds, and authorizing condemnation proceeding by city attorney contingent on available funding. This is related to the city of Pharr, the street name for the Rancho Blanco Road, to Javelina Road. We need to acquire property to install the new signage on the properties,
Okay.
on those properties. So staff's recommends approval.
Great. Do you have a motion?
Motion to approve.
A second?
Thank
All,
you.
all in favor?
I think I can
Yes.
abstain because I own a corner in that property.
You do have to abstain, yes, sir.
Okay, I'm
So
abstaining.
one abstention. So all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. One abstention. Go ahead.
Moving on to item 8A, I believe we're leaving that tabled.
Yes, that is tabled.
Item 8B, consideration action of any on change order number 1 and acceptance of the West Zaragoza Drive and South Sugar Road concrete paving improvements project as complete and authorized to release final payment and release of retainage in the amount of $58,994.20. Staff recommend approval. They've gone through the process and everything's okay.
Okay, do you have a motion for approval?
So move.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 8C, consideration action of any on acceptance of Moore Road 24-inch sanitary sewer improvements. These were emergency repairs. We're recommending the release of final payment and the retainage in the amount of $49,942.20.
Okay,
Staff recommends approval.
So moved.
do you have a second?
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
8D, I'm gonna ask that we move this to the last item
Okay,
on the agenda. Moving on to item 9A, consideration action of any on authorizing city manager to purchase various lighting components for the lighting of, we're actually tabling.
Yes,
9A.
table this.
Table.
Yes.
Leave it
Also,
there.
yeah. So moving on to item 9B. Consideration and action of any on acquisition of Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 2 easement. City of Pharr needs to acquire the Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 2 easement that is located along West Sioux Road in the amount of $74,060.
okay.
Staff recommends approval.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Always all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 10A, consideration and action of any on renewal of agreement between the City of Pharr and Peace and Thornton Partnership for Pharr Event Center overflow parking. This is the parking by the hotel. and we are asking that we extend the lease with them.
Okay.
How long are we gonna extend it for?
It's a month-to-month for a year,
Okay.
$600 a
Month
month,
to month?
month-to-month for a
Okay,
year.
so moved.
Taken.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 10B, consideration action of any authorizing city manager to negotiate and enter into a contract with Half Associates for professional engineering services for the City of Pharr Drainage Master Plan. This drainage master plan is needed to assess the flood risk located within the City of Pharr city limits and develop a prioritized capital improvements project list that'll be included in the master plan, in the master drainage plan, and staff recommends approval.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 10C, consideration and action of any authorizing the city manager to amend the contract with Garcia Infrastructure Consultants for additional construction management services of the sanitary sewer utility adjustments related to the regional linear park hike and bike trail on the Itano Road crossing conflict. The staff recommending the approval of the amendment. It will have an impact of $8,000. So the total project is now $20,000.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Those all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Under 11, for legal, A, consultation with legal regarding case number C 4349-17B, City of Pharr versus Science Utility Contractors et al. There's no action on that item. Now you can go back.
So now going back to item 8D, the consultation with the Board of Commissioners on the city's organizational structure. Mayor, as you know, we're always looking for ways to improve the structure of the city, whether it's attending training like we did last week with Six Sigma, or by identifying individuals within the city that will help strengthen the organizational flow within the city.
Okay.
Having said that, Wiley and I would like to announce that we will be adding 2 assistant city manager positions to our organizational structure.
Okay.
Hilda Pedraza and Analia Analis will now be serving in a dual capacity as assistant city managers and as well as city clerk and HR director. They will also be going through an executive career enhancement practicum that'll be 6 months long. They will be rotating through the departments, 1 department per month. And it's something that I think we're all excited about. And I think it's going to make the city a stronger city.
Great. So ladies, I'm sure they'll have commentary, but I just wanted to get it out first before I forget. You know, the City of Pharr, as you know, is robust, it's growing. It's got great leadership throughout at all the different levels. But we're always looking for, at least I am, for people who are non-traditional, out-of-the-box thinkers, energetic, and are driven. Degrees say a lot of things, but what you cannot teach to somebody is how to be driven. You cannot do that. And I don't want to be just following the same chain of command all the time for people to be getting promoted. There's a lot of people that get overlooked. There are true leaders, and once you enable them and give them the tools they need, they actually become very productive for you. And I think based on the recommendations that both the city manager and deputy city manager have given us, it is without hesitation that I voted in favor of that you ladies be put in those positions. That was my commentary. I don't know if the gentlemen or ladies want to say anything else.
No, just congratulations. And I think it's a great move for the whole city and for both of you.
I mean,
Yes,
So I'm gonna congratulate both of you, and it's always great knowing that we could have gone outside and looked for someone to come and fill these positions, but it just proves a lot how the city manager and what the city does here with their employees, we can be able to fill those positions within our own house. So congratulations to you.
I just want to say congratulations. I know they're great picks. You guys have been very dedicated to our city, and I know our city man Alex and Ed Wiley took a lot of thought into who and how they were going to get done with. I know it's a tough choice because we have some great directors here, and so you know, gentlemen, just keep your heads up, keep doing what you're doing. Ladies, congratulations.
Yeah. So do you have a vote on it?
Well, with that, I ask for a vote.
Do you have a motion?
A
Motion.
Do we need
For
one?
what? To adjourn?
Adjourn?
Might as well vote and make it official.
Make it official.
No, I don't
We
know.
don't need a motion to do
Only
that?
a motion to adjourn, that was only
Correct.
a consultation.
It's a motion to adjourn, it's consultation. It was, huh? Well, we don't have to make a motion for that, right? No, okay, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. We are adjourned. The time is 6 o'clock. Congratulations, ladies. Welcome on board.
He was trying to be cute.